To the company of In the Night Sky, this is your beginner's call. I repeat, this is your beginner's call. Please make your way to the stage. Stand by to lose walk-in, and stand by to run video. And go. Hi, my name is Gemma Burford and I am a soon-to-be MA Stage and Production Management graduate from GSA. Welcome to my digital portfolio.
Starting off with a bit about myself, you could see I didn't have the most straightforward path when it came to stage management. Growing up, I loved all things singing and dancing and performing on stage. But I was divided with my passion of editing and filmmaking, which led me in the direction of TV and film when I did my undergraduate degree at Portsmouth University. I love creating content for people to enjoy and making work that evokes emotions. When I graduated from university, I got my first paid job working in a live TV studio as a studio coordinator for a well-known shopping channel. I was in charge of the welfare of our guest presenters, dressing the set for multiple shows, managing the floor when live, as well as a number of other duties. I enjoyed the thrill and excitement of live entertainment, but also, 2 years down the line, I left and began volunteering at one of my local theatre companies, the South Devon Players. I did many shows with the Players in a number of different roles, being a lighting designer and operator for Macbeth and the Great Gale of Brixham, a show caller when touring, and when the pandemic hit and we moved to digital, I was an editor and broadcaster on OBS via Zoom for our autumn season, where we produced a production every month for 4 months. It felt so good to go back to my roots in theatre, but instead of being on stage, I love being behind the scenes, and when I came across a video for GSA, I knew that was my next step. During my time at GSA, I have been able to work on key skills such as communication, leadership and pastoral care, as well as my technical skills in OBS, standing for Open Broadcast Software, QLab, Photoshop, Premiere Pro and Audacity. While studying at this university, I've had the opportunity to achieve certifications in First Aid, Fire Warden training and Firearms training with RC Annie that you can see in this video. I have also been lucky enough to have worked on a number of roles over the year, like setting up the sound system for our PAT shows as sound number 2, assisting as an APM in making this crib out of a rocking stool and rope to make it easier to carry, and this bird using pheasant feathers and a rubber chicken for the welkin. The feathers are even removable and give the illusion of plucking a bird. We could even reattach them without using glue. But most recently, I was an assistant stage manager on the filmed production of the BA Acting Showcase, where we filmed 21 devised short pieces ranging from 1 to 5 minutes, and that was filmed over the course of 3 days. Each set was unique, having to create a range of locations from a living room to a fancy restaurant. Overall, we had around 180 set pieces and props, so to make things easier on myself, I narrowed down what props were needed for that day, so not to have tables upon tables of items. My favourite to source was this D&D set you can see on the screen. Over the course of this production, I worked upon my Photoshop skills, making this artisanal menu, a document on how to murder your husband, and labels for a champagne bottle. I also got to make telegrams for another production of Tipping the Velvet, where I was a wardrobe ASM. This actor-musician production was set in Victorian London. There were many factors we had to take into consideration when thinking about the costumes, such as, will they be able to move easily up and down the stage? Will they be able to play their instruments in restricted clothing? And our biggest concern was the quick changes, especially for our lead characters, Nancy and Kitty, as they rarely left the stage but had several quick changes. So we had to make pochettes for poppers and the Velcro that would make it easy to undo and do up in a matter of seconds. As you can see with this mock choker I made out of ribbon and a brooch, it was easy to be made using Velcro, as poppers made it hard to put on and remove, especially as we had to do this in the dark. How we limited massive costume changes is that our actors have base costumes that we would add to or take away for different characters and to show the evolution of time. There is still so much I want to experience in theatre, but my next goal would be to work on a touring production or a cruise ship. But my ideal end goal would be working as a stage manager, either on the books or as a company manager. If you would like to follow the next leg of my journey, you can find me on Instagram at Gemma Burford Backstage. You can also reach me at my email, gemmaburfordbackstage@gmail.com. Please feel free to ask any questions. Thank you for watching.